All right, welcome back, Sagittarius. It's been a while. Thank you for your patience. I got like a new little homemade deck of astrological signs, and you came out next. Okay, they're kind of cool. Sagittarius, you are next. Okay, we're going to be doing the intimate sunny spread. Not the sunny spread 5, and then I was going to oh, I already shuffled because that shit takes hella long. My shuffling takes forever. So I mean, I'll still shuffle whatever. Okay, Sag, let's get into it, please. What's going on for the sign of Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node. Sag, this could be about you. This could be about someone you're dealing with. For a cross watcher, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, welcome. Please watch responsibly and don't be a weirdo. Thank you for coming back again. I know I have a lot of time that I space out between my readings, so what else? If it doesn't hit, don't make it fit, please. You don't want to manifest things in your life that are not for you. If this sign, if this is your sun sign, and it doesn't resonate, maybe watch your rising sign, or your moon, or your Saturn, or your Mercury, or maybe even your Mars right now. Saturn was conjunct, maybe it was Mars conjunct Saturn or some shit. Just a few days ago in the sign of Aries, I believe. So yeah, you might want to look into that for yourself. But yeah, let's get into it, okay? Trusted angels, trusted ancestors, trusted spirits, trusted guides, please come into space as we read for the sign of Sagittarius. We have a 9 of Swords. Let's get one more before we get into that, Sag. I'm being told to not elaborate. Maybe someone's getting on your nerves, or like, don't even, like someone feels like a broken record, like you've heard it all before. Maybe someone's acting like a crybaby. I usually don't get that from a 9 of Swords. Let's see. Maybe somebody could be acting like, poor me, woe is me, but like, no. But like, now, the well. There's more to this. You could be confused by somebody's acting a certain type of way. Or what is that? Somebody could be trying to get attention. Somebody could be trying to get attention by acting, well, I don't want to say it's childish, just like they need attention. They could be throwing a tantrum. They could be pretend crying, crocodile tears. They could be making up entire lies, stories, elaborate stories that don't make any sense, but do, like, maybe they're really good at this. Maybe it's something they like to do often. This could be about you. No offense taken. I just got to put it out there. Maybe someone's listening for a Sag, and this is hitting for you. Sag, like I said, if it doesn't hit, watch your other placements. My uploads take so long to upload. I got Gemini and Capricorn up, and then you, and then Taurus is next. But anyway, so maybe you have Gemini or Capricorn in your chart, or Taurus, or you're dealing with one. Ooh. Ooh. A Queen of Wands just flew on his side. Okay, this must be the overarching energy then. I placed it on its side anyways for the geometry of the spread, but kind of allows a little bit of, well, more than it naturally would, about looking into perhaps if the placement is upside down on its side or what. Sometimes readers don't remember to do that naturally, and it's nice to have it. Anyways, Queen of Wands on her side. Yes, somebody's wanting attention. Somebody's wanting attention. Whoa, this is getting weird. Somebody could be watching themselves, like, act in a way they don't recognize. Somebody could be doing something because they feel like they have to, and acting in a way that they don't recognize. And they're almost like watching themselves do this from like an outside body experience. I don't know if I like that. Why is that happening? What is that? Trusted? What is that? 2. A 5 of Wands and a Page of Swords. So somebody could be acting like they need attention, or they're desperate for attention, or they're putting on a show of some kind. And then behind the scenes, they're causing a bunch of problems, or they're doing that because they're just upset because there are problems, because they have 5 of Wands and a Page of Swords. 9 of Swords, the Well, a Queen of Wands on her side as the overarching theme of your reading, Sagittarius. What's up with this 5 of Wands? Who is in conflict? Why is there conflict? Is it because of something that we learned about this Queen of I almost called her Queen of Lawns. Lawns? Maybe somebody's name is Lawns, or maybe somebody's front lawn is all messed up, or that's weird. Lawns. Lawns. Maybe somebody has a long wand. Nope, not trying to make it sexual, but maybe we're talking about a masculine that is doing this. It doesn't have to be a Queen of Wands. It could be it doesn't have that doesn't have to be 𝐢𝐧. That could be a if I'm speaking to feminines mostly, this could be like a man that's acting like a quote unquote bitch, and he's asking for attention and causing problems, and he's a gossipy one, which, like, you know, to each your own, do you, boo, but also it seems to be not on brand for this person to act that way. And so when you're finding this out about them, it's a little shocking that they're actually childish and like to create problems with lies and act like they need attention. 5 of Coins. They could be acting this way because they're in lack. They could be acting this way because they're stressed out about money. They could be acting this way because they miss you. Or they could have spread lies and gossip about how you are in a desperate need of mental help because you are sad and I'm not saying this is true, but this could be this tale with this Page of Swords here, because that usually involves people that like to gather a lot of like petty gossip. It doesn't always have to be a bad thing. It could be just like gathering facts sometimes on somebody's personal life or situation because you care about that person and love that person and you just want to know. Okay, but here when it's paired with the 9 of Swords and a 5 of Wands and a Queen of Wands on her side with a 5 of Pentacles, this is a problem. This is like gossip that's caused a lot of problems and a lot of hurt and pain in someone's life. A lot of projecting the bad, you know, humans, we project no matter what we do. But like it's intentional, like ill-willed, ill intent projections. Doesn't want me to talk about this reading, okay? Well, it does. I just think they're people that don't want me to, yeah, do my words. Okay, that's weird. Sag, you could be saying stuff to straighten something out, and it's like creating an issue because that wasn't originally what was being said, to cause a problem of some kind. I almost said probably, so probably, okay, probably. Justice. It looks like there is justice that it will be, because the Well and then the Justice card. Maybe you feel like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting on this justice to come for so long, and you feel like it's never going to come. Someone could have done you really dirty with just like plain old gossip or spreading lies about you that are not true. You know, it could be like some Mean Girl, Regina George style shit. It could be an ex that did this. It could be a sibling. It seems like there's a lot of people there, though, with that 5 of Wands. Can we get more information? I mean, it could be that Queen of Wands. Can we get more information on who, what, why, and where? Ace of Wands. Where? It happened, where you love, maybe with who you loved, like I'm saying it past tense, maybe you're not together with this person anymore. There's a lot of sadness and regret and shame, guilt and remorse that's coming from somewhere in this reading. I don't know if it's coming from you or the other person. It feels like a conglomerate of a lot of that for different reasons. Maybe this Five of Wands is just you two, you and one other person, or it's a whole group of individuals that are like arguing about something for some reason, that aren't agreeing upon something because of some information that they learned. And then we have this lack, Five of Pentacle energy. This kind of like alone and sad and cold and needing money and wanting some warm food and needing to be understood next to this Justice card. Below the Well card and the Nine of Swords right over there by this five. It's like something really icky, and maybe it was, feels like maybe you were with somebody that was making you feel like more lonely even being around them. Does that make sense? You know, when you get that feeling like you're not alone, you're not lonely when you're alone, but being around that person that makes you feel alone, it's like the worst feeling in the world. Not only that, but they could have been mentally abusive. It's kind of giving mentally abusive. And they played like they were not this way. Like maybe they're very charismatic with this Queen of Wands here and this Ace of Wands. This was like, you know, maybe they're very charismatic and it seemed like very good at putting on this act and having charisma to kind of, you know, swayed people into thinking a certain way about you when maybe you weren't dealing with them anymore, or when you're just in a separate room or in the other office or in the bathroom at work or whatever it is. It's really, that feels really catty, and it almost feels like a masculine doing it to a feminine or a feminine doing it to a masculine. And it feels really catty. I mean, it could be same sex too, so don't get it twisted. Place yourself where you see fit. You're the master of your story. Okay, what's going on with this Ace of Wands? Or actually, can we get one? Because that feels like the home. Like that feels like what was making you happy, or a place that you wanted to be at. Or something that you wanted to be doing or headed, like your goals. Like you were there, it felt like you were, and then no. The Star card. Justice, Star card, well, Ace of Wands. It looks like you know about what we're talking about. If you resonate with this reading, you know exactly what we're talking about, and you're in the process of healing it. Whatever that means. It could mean therapy, alone time, being celibate, not going out as much, not hanging out with those friends that you know talk shit about you, not linking up with that ex you know is toxic, not going out to the bars, not getting caught up in silly family arguments, or not whatever it is that makes your life like more stressful, like that is unnecessary. You're not doing those things, and it's helping other areas of your life that are harder to heal, or whatever, you know, harder to mend these wounds that we go through, that we develop in with our money thing or with our love thing. With our money stuff and with our love stuff. Usually a Queen of Swords. Here comes another queen. Okay. You had an air sign person maybe that was talking shit on you. And look, it doesn't have to be that. It could be this Queen of Wands as well. It's just I can't stand the look of this Queen of Swords in this deck. And I'm not talking shit on my Queen of Swords, okay? I consider myself a Queen of Swords, even though I'm not really air sign. But yeah, like, just look at her. Doesn't she just look like mean? She looks mean. Okay. So you could have had a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius running your name through the mud. Or you are this freaking Queen of Swords and you're like, I will be straightening things out with my words and with my truth and with my fucking life that is real. And like, I don't need to put on a show. I don't know what like, you're just like doing you, it feels like, but like you're sad about something hurt, like it was done on purpose. Why is there a conflict? What's the conflict about? It could be about money. It could be about the Chariot. It could be about cars. You could just want to go. You could just want to get out of here and like forget about all this drama. I don't blame you. Or you're like, you're about to send the truth like no other with this Chariot and this Queen of Swords right next to each other. And you're going to make like a big comeback. Or like if you feel like you haven't been like in your sphere of like socializing, or maybe if you're normally a social butterfly, or if you're normally, whatever your normal is, okay, it's okay to be a hermit person. It's okay to be a social butterfly. Whatever your normal is that makes you happy and content, it feels like you're going to be doing that, like, and you're going to be making a comeback with something, because it feels like there's a truth coming in, and there's like a healing. The reading's starting to shift from like these sad fucking cards into happy times, and it'll be happening quickly with this Chariot. Ace of Wands again. Yes, it will be. You standing your ground and telling people, maybe, or like, do you have to tell people? Can people just figure this out on your own? Is this something that you're going to need to approach people about? Like, did someone say you did something that's like super dirty that like you didn't do? A Two of Wands upside down now? Yeah, when I say quickly, there's no more waiting. There's no more waiting. There's no more wishing. There's no more hoping for the truth to be, for it to be settled, for people to know what the hell's going on and why you're sad, or why somebody is an asshole and they lie about you, because that's what it's kind of giving. Somebody could say that you're just like this broke, angry, depressed maniac that needs mental help or something, because that's kind of what these cards, Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, you know, a Queen of Wands on her side. And then with this Page of Swords here, which is kind of the card of like gossip and like sometimes spying even, and people that are just like being kind of nosy in your life for no reason because they're weirdos. And then here you come. You're like, you're not in the Two of Wands upright anymore. You're like, no. Actually, I'm sick of being perceived as this Queen of Wands on her side, where people see me. Maybe people said you're a hoe. Maybe people said that you're a hoe. Okay, because that's one of the attributes of a Queen of Wands upside down or on her side. That you need attention all the time. That you are not who they think that you are. You're a liar. Whatever they said is a projection of who they really are. And people might be realizing that now. Maybe you're speaking out about it with this Queen of Swords, Chariot, Ace of Wands. Maybe you're speaking out about it and you're being a badass bitch as you do it. Male or female, I don't care. Here's your card. I like the Temperance card in this deck. It's very shiny. And not only that, you might be coming off as like some angelically protected, like divine being as you do these things, that people may be like, they're like, how can any of those things be true? The Wheel of Fortune upright, the Moon card upright. You don't see this coming, but it's coming. You don't see this coming, but it's coming, and it's going to actually shift something quite significantly for you in like a really good way. It feels like something that you've probably been waiting for a long time with this Justice card here, or the Star card and the Justice card, the Temperance card. These are all really good cards that are coming out now, and it's because you're like, I'm actually not a Queen of Wands on her side. I'm a freaking Queen of Swords upright. And anybody that feels differently needs to be checked and have like a mental health checkup, because why would they think that to begin with? You're gonna believe these lies of this clinical sociopath person? Why? Because they're charming? Because they're cute? Like, why? Because they have tattoos? Because they look cool? Like, why? You know? All right, guys. All right. We got to do Taurus next. Saggy, that's your reading. Let's see what's on the bottom of this deck. Knight of Cups. You could be regaining, I'm not really, because I feel like this is almost like, oh, Ace of Cup, never, King of Cup, hello, Strength. You could be having a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Leo coming in hot. That's seeing that you're healing, that's like, hey, I already knew that you were the shit, by the way. I always knew that you were the shit. Ace of Swords is here too, look. Ace of Sword, King of Cup, Strength card, Ace of Sword, Knight of Cup. This is all, this whole scenario right here. That's literally like, oh my God, I just see my reflection. I was like, that's the worst. This whole scenario right here is like somebody's coming towards you with a love offer, potentially. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, heavily. or a Leo, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If this was a Gemini or Libra, Aquarius you were dealing with, you could have a sour taste in your mouth to do with air signs. So you may, I mean, maybe you have options, bitch. Maybe you have options. You probably should, after dealing with whatever you've been dealing with. You probably do have a bunch of options because people know you're probably a sweetheart and that whatever was said about you is a lie. Or you were going through a hard time financially and you were going through something that was very exhausting. Maybe you had people that you had to deal with, like family or people at work, that are just like full of conflict and difficult to be around. And now you're not gonna have to deal with that for some reason. There's a shift there. Maybe you're speaking up to your boss. Maybe you're speaking up to your mom or your dad or your coworkers, and you're like, buzz off, leave me alone. You guys pick on me, you take advantage of me, you treat me like a, like a doormat, and you're not going to put up with it anymore. And the time is here. The time is now. It's like, it's happening quickly. The Star card, the Justice card, the Two of Wands upside down, the Chariot, Queen of Sword. That's all very swift acting energy. That's all very swift, quickly coming in with the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is here twice, so that's like a confirmation on Ace of Wands. 21 when I looked at the clock. Okay, Saggies, that's your reading. I don't want it to cut off because my readings keep getting cut off, so I'm going to end it. I'm going to try to keep these a little bit shorter for the sign readings. Please tap my like button. I know it's not that hard to do, okay? So if you like the reading at least. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming back to Cosmic Dialect Tarot, Saggies, okay? Till next time. Love you guys.